My boyfriend looked me straight in the eyes and told me he'd never cheat on me, while I was literally holding screenshots from the girl he cheated with. He denied it, he swore. He gaslit, he begged. And that's when I realized something. I wasn't going to leave. Not yet. Instead, I was going to ruin his life so slowly, so quietly, he'd never even know it was me. The day I found out felt like being punched through the stomach. My hands were shaking, my ears were hot, and my chest felt too tight for air. The girl he cheated with wasn't some stranger. She was someone I had seen comment on his pictures before. He'd always say, "Oh, babe, she's just a friend." But when she sent me the receipts messages, screenshots, photos, I swear my vision went white around the edges. When I confronted him, he didn't confess. No, he denied. He lied so smoothly that for a moment I wondered if he believed his own story. He said I was being dramatic, insecure, overreacting, but then, when he saw the screenshots, the color drained from his face. Suddenly he was sorry. Suddenly he didn't mean it. Suddenly he loved me more than anything. He begged, he cried. He hit his knees on our kitchen floor, and in that moment, somewhere between heartbreak and numbness, a calmness washed over me. I decided I would stay. But not because I forgave him. No, I stayed because I was going to take my power back piece by piece. I knew leaving immediately wouldn't give me closure. It wouldn't give me justice. It wouldn't give me satisfaction. So I did the math. 8 months, 8 months to save for a deposit, to furnish a new place, to build my exit. 8 months to turn his life into the slowest emotional paper cut imaginable. And the beauty of it? He would never suspect a thing. I smiled. I kissed him. I whispered, "We'll get through this." He had no idea I'd just declared war. I started small, so small even I questioned whether it mattered. I hid his keys. Just enough to make him late. I moved his wallet. Shifted important papers. Misplaced items he swore he just had in his hands. I watched him tear through the apartment in frustration. I swear I put it right here. I'd tilt my head sympathetically. Stress can really make you forgetful, babe. One day he left his toothbrush on the counter. I stared at it, at the little blue bristles, and I dipped it straight into the toilet bowl, rinsed it, placed it back. Every morning I'd see him brush with it, humming, completely unaware, a quiet victory. I canceled his appointments. Dentist? Gone. Car service? Canceled. Haircut he'd been waiting months for. Oops, phone must have glitched. I opened his parcels too. Sometimes I'd accidentally throw things away. Other times I'd forget to tell him they arrived until days later. I'd burn his dinner. Or cook things he hated with a big innocent smile. I thought I'd try something new. The more he suffered, the sweeter his apologies became, as if groveling could erase what he'd done. He loved looking like the perfect son, the golden child, so I told his parents. Very softly, very sadly. I just feel so insecure ever since he cheated on me. You could have heard the shock through the phone. And I let them sit with that. Next came the guilt tactics. He had a friend's wedding one weekend. Huge event. He'd been excited for months. An hour before we had to leave, I started crying, not sobbing. Just quiet, shaky breaths and watery eyes. He spiraled instantly. "Babe, are you okay? Is it because of what I did? I'm so sorry. Please don't cry." He spent half the wedding in the parking lot trying to comfort me while his friends danced inside. And I felt nothing but cold satisfaction. I chipped at his self-esteem little by little. Not enough to be obvious, but enough that he questioned himself. "Are you sure that outfit looks good? Did you mean to say it like that?" It sounded weird. "You're always so forgetful lately. Are you okay?" I watched him deflate, day by day, like a balloon losing air, and the best part, he blamed himself. He thought he was the problem, not realizing he'd created the monster that now quietly hunted him. Forgetting his birthday, he'd planned dinner, invited friends, made reservations, and I acted surprised. "Wait, today? Your birthday is today?" The look on his face, priceless. A perfect mix of hurt and disbelief. Later that night, while he sat silently on the couch, I pretended not to notice. Sabotaging his work as uniform? Sometimes I forgot to wash it. Other times I left it in the washer overnight so it smelled like mildew. He'd scramble in the morning, panicking, running around half-dressed. I'd watch from the bed, sipping coffee. You really need to get more organized, babe. He started getting warnings from work. Nothing major. Just little notes on his file. But I knew I was planting seeds that would bloom into chaos long after I was gone. Parental embarrassment one night, my parents invited us to dinner, a nice restaurant. Linen tablecloths, cloth napkins. Halfway through the meal, I leaned in and casually said, "You know, I still get anxious ever since he cheated on me." You could hear forks pause mid-air. My mom's eyebrows shot up. My dad froze. He looked at me like I'd stabbed him in the thigh under the table. His face went pale. He spent the rest of dinner stumbling over explanations they didn't believe, and I smiled at my dessert. I spent 8 months preparing, saving, organizing, planning, and being overly friendly with his friends. Not flirting, just enough to make him uncomfortable, to make him wonder, to plant a thought he couldn't shake. By the 7th month, he was unraveling, stressed, sleep-deprived, confused why his life felt like it was slipping through his fingers. Sometimes I'd wake him in the middle of the night. "Can we talk?" He'd blink awake, exhausted, trying to be supportive. He never complained, never questioned. He was too afraid to lose me again. By month 8, everything was ready, deposit paid, furniture arranged, keys waiting. He kissed me goodbye one morning before work. I smiled sweetly. "Have a good day, babe." The door shut. His footsteps faded, and I got to work. I'd packed everything I owned, every box, every drawer, every memory. And when I walked out of that apartment for the last time, I didn't leave a note. Not a text, not a trace, just silence. I became a ghost. When he came home, I imagined the moment hit him like a collapse. The sudden empty drawers, the missing clothes, the hollow quiet of the apartment. He called and called and called. I didn't answer. The texts came next, paragraphs, then single words. "Please, talk to me, I'm sorry." Then finally, "Are you really gone?" Yes, I was, and the beauty of it. I left him long before I walked out that door. Revenge wasn't the toothbrush, the canceled appointments, the sabotaged meals. Revenge was watching him slowly become a stranger to himself, the same way he'd made me feel when he lied, denied, and dismissed my pain. I didn't ruin his life. I simply held up a mirror and let him crumble under the reflection. Sometimes the harshest justice isn't explosive. It's quiet. It's patient. It's the slow return of power to the person who lost it. And sometimes, disappearing is the loudest message you can ever send. If you enjoyed this slow burn revenge story, hit like, drop a comment telling me the most satisfying karma you've ever seen. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories where justice isn't just served, it's crafted. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.